Back in January, I installed Sensereo MS-1, a meter-over-thread smoke detector that integrated surprisingly well with Home Assistant. I liked it then, and after more than half a year of actually living with it, I still do. But there was one question that kept coming up in the comments below. And it was a very reasonable question. What happens if you have more than one of these? If the detector downstairs sees smoke, will the detector upstairs also start screaming? With the original MS-1, the answer was simply no. Home Assistant knew that there has been smoke detected, so of course I can build automations around that event. Send notifications, turn on lights, trigger another siren, or do whatever I else wanted. But the smoke detectors themselves were not interconnected. And for something this important, I don't really want Home Assistant to be the thing standing between one smoke detector and the rest of the house. Sensereo now has a new version called the MS-1 Interlink. It looks almost identical, it still uses meter over thread, and from Home Assistant point of view, it feels very familiar. But it adds one feature many of you asked about. When one detector goes into alarm, the others can now alarm with it. But there is one slight unfortunate detail. The original MS-1 does not magically become Interlink model through firmware update. So my old detectors are still the old detectors, but the new units support Interlink. And according to Sensereo, this is the version going forward. So today I'm adding 3 of them in my smart Vineyard house, testing whether the whole house alarm actually works, pulling or putting them into same Home Assistant, and also alarm setup as the original detector, and because this is my house, naturally finding one slightly weird problem along the way. We'll be starting in a couple of seconds. If you watched the previous video, most of this looks very familiar. Pairing is matter, the device joins my thread network, and Home Assistant exposes the actual smoke state rather than giving me some generic binary sensor with very little information attached to it. I installed one in the kitchen, one in the floor below in the hallway, and also on the same floor inside my workshop. That gives me coverage across different parts and levels of the house. And more importantly, it gives the interlink feature a meaningful test. If something happens in the workshop, I don't want to rely on hearing one alarm through concrete floors and closed doors. Inside Home Assistant, there is actually quite a lot exposed. I get the smoke state and also contamination state, battery level, battery voltage, battery alert, end of service status, hardware fault, mute state, self-test, test in progress, and also several thread diagnostics. So this is not just a device that says smoke yes or smoke no. And also all 3 are sleepy thread end devices, which is exactly what I want from a battery-powered sensors. They don't need to act as thread routers. They just need to sit there quietly for years and become extremely annoying at exactly the right moment. And the most important part here is the interlink functionality is not something I built into Home Assistant. The detectors themselves handle it. The distinction matters. Home Assistant can add intelligence around the file alarm, but the basic warning system should not stop working because I rebooted the server, broke an automation, or decided that 3 in the morning was a good time to update something. So let's test the thing I actually wanted to know. If I trigger one detector, will the others follow? Yes, and also very quickly. Trigger the detector in one part of the house and the warning is no longer limited to that room. The other interlink detectors join in, which is exactly the behavior I and also viewers wanted in the first place. This is the important difference between using Home Assistant to imitate interlinked smoke detectors and actually having interlinked smoke detectors. I could absolutely write an automation that watches one smoke sensor and then activates some other siren. In effect, I already do additional things when smoke is detected, because prevention. But this is an extra layer. It's not the life safety layer. The detectors themselves handle the immediate warning. Home Assistant handles everything I want to happen around it. Those are two separate systems, and I prefer it that way. And because this is still a smart home, hearing an alarm is only the beginning. Just like the original MS-1, these three new detectors are also part of Alarmo. So now I have actually five Sensereo smoke detectors inside Home Assistant, and smoke is not sitting in some isolated corner of my smart home waiting for me to notice a notification. When smoke is detected, I have my own dedicated Home Assistant automations for fire, for contamination warnings, for device faults, and also for low battery conditions. But the event also becomes part of the same alarm system I already use for the house. That gives me several layers. Sensereo handles detection and the physical interlink alarm. Home Assistant sees what happened and can react to that. Alarmo incorporates that event into the wider security system. And that means the house can respond to fire the same way it responds to other serious alarm conditions, instead of smoke being just another notification buried somewhere on my phone. But there is also another layer I'm adding, and you may have noticed it in some recent footage. This is the sound of SenseGuard indoor siren. I'm not going too far into this one today because it deserves a separate video. It is much more than just another fire siren. It can be used for intrusion alerts, water leaks, different alarm patterns, silent alarm scenarios, and several other security functions. So yes, naturally, I intend to make the alarm system even more complicated. Yeah, smart homes. But the important point is that SenseGuard does not replace smoke detectors and Home Assistant does not replace Interlink. The smoke detectors are the safety system. Home Assistant is the automation layer around that system. Devices like SenseGuard simply give that automation layer more ways to react. Now for the slightly strange part, because apparently even smoke detectors occasionally need wildlife management. The original MS-1 has been running since January, actually since December, but I made a video in January, and overall it has been very reliable. I had exactly one false alarm during spring. Something tiny, almost certainly an insect, managed to get into the sensing area. I blew through the detector and whatever was inside left and the alarm stopped. That was the entire incident. Then, while installing these new interlink detectors, the unit in the workshop started doing something different. It was still working. It still responded to testing and interlink behaved correctly. But Home Assistant reported the hardware fault and the detector started giving me a double chirp roughly once per minute. That immediately made this more interesting because the hardware fault entity in Home Assistant suddenly wasn't just diagnostic decoration. It was reporting a real condition on the physical device. Sensereo support suggested gently blowing cool air through the sensing openings and specifically not using hot air. I used a fan, and after that the fault disappeared and it has been fine since then. I cannot prove what was inside because whatever caused the problem had the poor manners to leave before I could identify it. But having already seen a tiny insect cause the only false alarm on the original MS-1, something equally small getting into the new detector is a very plausible explanation. I would not turn that into universal smoke detector repair procedure. These are safety devices, and if one reports a fault that does not clear, I would follow the manufacturer's instruction or contact support rather than starting dismantling it. But if you own one of these and you see the same combination of hardware fault and also the periodic double chirp, gentle cool airflow through the sensing openings is at least something Sensereo support specifically asked me to try. And in my case, it solved the problem. After that little adventure, all three interlink detectors are working normally. The original MS-1 is still working normally, and now a smoke event in one part of the house can create a physical warning across multiple parts of the house without depending on Home Assistant or even when Home Assistant is down. And that for me is the real upgrade. The original MS-1 was already a very good smart smoke detector. Interlink doesn't make it dramatically smarter, it just makes the basic smoke alarm system better before Home Assistant even gets involved. And once Home Assistant does get involved, Alarmo, my automations and soon SenseGuard can take it much further. For lighting, climate control and plenty of other things, I'm happy to let Home Assistant be the brain. For detecting a fire and waking everybody in the house, I prefer the first line of defense to work perfectly well even without a smart home. I really do hope that you did find this video interesting, and if you did, I really hope that you will give me a thumbs up because it really means a lot. And also the link to Sensereo MS-1 Interlink version is down in a video description below. If you have any kind of a comment or a question, as always, pop it down in the comment section below. And yes, I also have to say thanks to all those wonderful people that are supporting me and that have become YouTube channel members. Thank you all for all of your support. But let's not forget each and every one of you who has watched, shared, liked or commented on my videos. Thank you. If you too want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below and becoming a YouTube channel member for only €2 or just $2 per month. Or you can go to my merchandise store and grab something there. Last but not least, you can always send me super thanks and I will be super thankful for that. I'll be seeing you next time. Until then, bye bye and have fun.